Alright guys, welcome to a very different video. As you have seen, there's a big debate in the community of the next gen versus the old gen. So to settle this, in the background I'll be running PS4 gameplay all the time of PSG versus Man United and answering each and every question that you have in your mind regarding the PS4 edition of this year. As you might have read the title and asking yourself, is the PS4 edition of FIFA 22 worth it, or it's a complete reskin of FIFA 21? I'll be answering each and every question that there is in your mind. I'm extremely fortunate to own a PS5, having the stocks at my disposal and also have the money to buy it, but that's not the case for everyone playing this game around the world. Around 50% of the people will be playing on the old gen, which is quite understandable since the next gen is quite costly. And if you are thinking to buy one for the old gen because you can't afford a new gen console, I'll explain why it's actually worth it. I've tried this game for about 3 days. It has been 3 days. I've seen a lot of broken things inside the next gen and inside the old gen. Everything is same in both consoles, and I can say I favor the old gen gameplay a little more. Yes, you heard it right, the old gen gameplay is slightly better. Talking about what the hypermotion technology and all the stuff that they've added in the next gen that is not on the old gen, in my opinion, hypermotion makes the game slightly slower, but that's up to taste. Some people really like the game slow, but I feel like it's not that big of a difference when looked on the top. Definitely the game, when put side by side towards the PS4 and the PS5, you will find insane differences when you go down in the instant replay and zoom in, and you'll see insane differences between both of the games. But the point is, football is never played inside instant replay. It's always played in the top-down camera. You play it like that always. So it's barely any different when you play it on the next gen and the old gen. The visual differences will always stay there, since a next generation leap will always change the color schemes since it's different texture. So yeah, obviously it'll be a very big difference. But do you remember how big of a difference FIFA 16 was from FIFA 17? It was a very massive difference. This, on the other hand, is not that different. The biggest visual difference, if you have followed the FIFA community in the last 2 years, it has to be the Messi's face. His hair simulation is always like shared in every video online, and you know that this kind of stuff is actually very zoomed in, and you have to go in that area to actually experience something like that. But this kind of stuff you don't see on the top-down perspective, or it doesn't change how you play the game, does it? Now, what does the PS4 have? The PS4 has the new tactics menus, the attacking tactics, the build-up play, the positioning, the everything that has changed inside FIFA 22. It has it. It has all the new kits and the new transfers. The PS4 version has the Pro Clubs menus. You can go in the drop-in matches. You can play drop-in matches with friends. The new skill tree system is here. The player career menus are here. You can even create a club this year in the PS4. So I don't see that there is no value regarding the old gen and the next gen. The old gen is actually a very good bargain because you don't have to pay the price of the console, and you do get about 90% of all the features that they've made. Yes, you do miss on the hypermotion, and you also miss about on 4,000 animations, but trust me, I've played the next gen and it's actually worse because the defensive AI on the next gen is because of those hypermotion and the ML flow stuff that they've made. It's so goddamn overpowered that when you attack someone, it's extremely hard to break the defenses. And then there is this insane Iker Casillas goalkeepers everywhere, which is obviously in the old gen as well. So you do get the goalkeeper rewrites in the old gen, but you can break down defenses much easier in the old gen experience. So personally, when I play this game on the old gen, I really like the old gen gameplay rather than the next gen, because next gen is just too difficult for you to attack and score goals. And I like goals in a football game. I'm not here to pass around to break a defense for like 35 minutes. I need goals in the game. And I've played at the top levels. I've also played against good players, and everybody has the same review about the next gen. There's another huge issue with the next gen, that not everybody has the next gen. Even if you're one of the friends in your group who has the next gen console, your other group of friends wouldn't have it, because 50%, as the poll says on my channel, is a very big number for an old gen community. It's something that we have to keep in mind, that the old gen console will stay this year and everybody will play on it mostly. Not saying that the next gen console is not a good luxury to have, definitely the visuals look better, and if you're going for that kind of a gameplay, it is much better to own a next gen console for future. But if you have an old gen console, buying FIFA 22 on the old gen is actually worth it more than buying a next gen console and then buying FIFA 22 on the next gen itself. If you manage to get a next gen console in this year, maybe next year, then I do feel like making the jump actually makes the difference. But we are going to have these kind of patterns from EA's side now that the next gen game will evolve more and more. But this kind of mid-transitional next-gen release that FIFA 22 has become, it's not that big of a difference. It's actually like your controller gets white, your graphics look better, and that's all. Like, the gameplay will stay the same. So if you own an old-gen console or you play on the PC, you are not losing that much because the Ultimate Team structure has completely changed. The new Weekend League format exists on both gen consoles, so definitely this year is something that you should go for, since Ultimate Team has completely changed, career mode has completely changed, player career has completely changed, so there is a lot to play for. So you can see here the list goes on, and if you check the gameplay deep dives, you will see for yourself that the PS4 edition is actually worth it, and it's not just cinematics and kits added onto the FIFA 21 version. Let's not forget, you also get all the new skill move, you get the skill move cancel mechanics, you get the attacking AI, the defensive AI, everything remains the same. So I personally think that FIFA 22 is just a better FIFA 21, which is supposed to be like that. So if you don't care about the visuals and you're happy with your PS4, this year is actually worth it to get your hands into it. And don't forget the new Pro Clubs archetypes, the new system where you can use perks in the Pro Clubs menus. You can use the same archetypes and perks inside player career. So there is a lot to play for, and even if you care about Volta football, there is a lot of things added in that, and it goes for both gen consoles. You can play tennis in there, you can change your pro in many ways, you have to skill through a skill meter like in the old FIFA Street games. So yeah, the PS4 edition actually is making sense when you look at all of this, and the next gen is just a luxury upgrade if you have the console. It's nothing that you need to push for and it's required or something. It's just that you can buy your own next gen console when you have the money, and in like 1 or 2 years when everybody has it, you can enjoy it there. Nothing compulsory. Anyways, that's the end of the video. This is TFE Gaming, and today I explained why PS4 edition might make sense for you. Until then, I'm uploading brand new FIFA videos almost every day, so if you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. Goodbye and peace.